This is the Normal Nerds Podcast where two very normal dudes talk about very nerdy stuff and whatever else we like talking about. I'm your host, Maxwell Frieren.
And I'm your host who thinks the feminization virus is a terrifying disease, Davis Bates.
This episode is our weekly anime review, so sit back, relax, and welcome to the Normal Nerds Podcast. All right, Davis.
Yo!
Weekly anime review.
Let's go! Let's go! Got a lot of them.
Yeah, and we just keep adding more.
We do. We're gonna crash and burn on one of these eventually, but I feel a few of them are almost over.
I feel like once we catch, I feel like that's what usually screws us. It's like if we're caught up on everything.
Yes, if we miss a week though, we're fucked, dude. We get so
Thank
far
God
behind.
every single one of the shows is amazing.
It's really true. None of these are a chore to watch, which is really nice.
We didn't have Mashle this week, so that was
because of Valentine's Day, I guess, or something that's according to Japan.
That's really weird.
They had some Valentine's Day special. I think they said like something occupying the airtime, so they just kicked it an entire week.
It's just weird that it only affected Mashle.
Yeah. Well, maybe it's the time slot it comes in at.
Maybe, yeah.
I don't know.
Well,
I don't know how Japan works. I live in America.
So, we don't have Mashle this week, but we did add a new one to the mix. Obviously, the one that ends the review is One Piece.
Yes.
But we added Frieren.
Yes.
Great anime. Which is really amazing, and that one should be ending probably shortly.
I don't know. I'm getting weird vibes that might keep going.
Good.
It feels like, I don't know. I base this on almost nothing, but the fact that, like, the way, I don't know, maybe we'll start season 2 with this whole, maybe this whole magic story arc is more than I think it is.
Let's talk about it when we get there.
Okay, sounds good.
Let's start out with the anime that we're definitely going to keep starting out with, and man, this episode was interesting.
Yeah, it was.
Solo leveling.
Yes.
What the heck?
Scary.
I don't know the story of this.
I don't know
either. There's times we watch anime and we're like, okay, we can kind of see what's going on. I'm like, I have no idea what's going on.
No shot. No fucking clue.
Yeah.
It's literally like, I don't get what I don't understand. Like, I don't understand the system of the game. I don't understand the game system. I don't know when you're playing a video game, there's a big boss somewhere out there at the end of the day they have to get to you. Like, you don't want to complete the story that way. But with this, I don't know what the boss is going to be. I don't know what end game is. He's just playing here. And it seems now killing people, and apparently if you don't kill people, you got some huge penalties. Like, I get it. That was eat or be eaten right there. So I understood the quest line. And, if you're going to fight for your life, might as well get bonus points out of it. But,
true. Like,
what if the system tells him to, like, stab his sister in the face? Like, is it gonna stop his heart then, too? Like, true. I'm so confused.
I want to know what it is.
Me, too.
But that's good on the show. The show. Like, the show is throwing me for a loop here, because I don't know. I just don't know what it is.
Yeah.
I don't know.
And I don't know what gets me to is, like, I don't know if it's connected all the way back to that God room that started the show, or if that was just a random part of the system. Like, I feel like, I don't know. I feel like this system seems a little sadistic. So, like, maybe it is connected to that, because that room seemed like a freaking Satanist, dreamland. But, I don't know. I'm confused.
Yeah, it gives me like a more dark dungeon crawler vibes.
After this episode, it got really dark. This episode got really dark.
It just gives me those vibes where it's like an AI thing that's like quest.
Yeah.
You're like, oh jeez, and if you don't do it, you're screwed.
Yep, pretty much.
But yeah, that was first he fights the spider. That was awesome. I love the animation of his eyes.
They're doing that really well.
Yeah, that's really cool. I don't know if that's in the manga or something like
that.
It
is, and I think it's on the cover on several of them where he has like the glowing eyes.
That's really cool.
Yeah,
I like that a lot.
The way they're animating him is awesome.
I love the little buddy there. We'll get his name eventually. It's so Japanese. It's like
I think it's Korean technically, actually.
It's so Korean.
Yes, I believe it was a Korean.
Huge difference to us.
Listen, man. I don't know a lot about diversity, but the things I do know, I like to show that I know.
So it's originally a Korean.
I believe
what's
so.
That called? It's called something. It's not called manga. It's called something else.
Yes, I know what you're saying.
Like mangekko or something.
Something like that. I think you're actually very correct on that. Yes, that sounds correct.
Very close to that.
Yes, but I think it was on Webtoon originally or something like that, or it's not there now. But
and Tower of the God coming back.
Let's go.
But anyways, the fight with the spider was awesome.
Cool boss fight, and nice to show that like, I was really getting worried about like as the show was going on. I was like, oh, is he just gonna be like wicked overpowered automatically already? Like, is he already gonna be like an S rank level character only after in like episode 6? Like that's like
that would be stupid.
There's no room for growth, but like apparently there is still a lot of room for growth right here, since he was like he beat this thing, but he only beat it because he had a special knife and he had a full recovery, so he couldn't do it on his own really. So I think that was a really good way to balance out like his leveling system.
And I like how it pointed out. One, the stamina thing was cool. That was really cool. and to like that he totally forgot he had the full recovery.
Yeah.
I thought that was kind of cool too. I was like, because he's not used to it. He isn't.
No.
He's like,
Yeah.
he's not whipping out items.
Yeah,
Like,
I don't know how to take like friggin' an auto like, oh, here's some automatic steroids, give you all your stamina back. Like, no, get out of here. Like
the show also this episode, I think really they've been showing it all season, but I really think this episode I was really feeling it. Is like I can't wait to see all these characters.
Yeah.
There's so many powerful characters.
Yeah.
Like that one girl, she looks badass as all shit.
Yeah,
The one that I can't remember her name, the blonde hair girl.
She took down an A rank boss, or she has to be an S ranker, I think.
She's one of the 7 S rankers.
She's
She's one of the 7.
Yes.
I think.
Neat.
Yeah, that's
and the
cool.
old guy that was 6.
That was cool.
He was cool. Actually, for a second there, I thought that he was gonna be the dad or grandfather of the construction kid with all the nice armor.
Oh yeah.
I thought that was who he was gonna be for a
hope
second because they
not.
cut to that. No, he's not because it's
some
some
big dude.
yeah. Wait, what?
What? No, isn't it the fiery hair guy, right?
I'm talking about the dad of his buddy who has the nice armor.
Oh, that's what you're
I
talking
thought because the way it cut to him, like, because the
Oh.
scene cut to that guy right after the guy was going through. It's like, oh, I better figure out who his family was, so I go to the funeral
Oh,
because that guy's a piece of shit.
That guy did. Yeah. Sorry, you're dead, dude.
Yeah,
After you've killed a bunch of people.
yeah, a lot. This is like a right. Once again, as we were talking about in the last episode, how much is it? Like, how much is this worth? Like, is this really worth? Like, just like to give the kids their cut? Like, you cannot be getting that much extra money out of the amount of money you're mining out of this thing. Like, you cannot be doing that.
And they wouldn't even take anything.
No, they wouldn't. Oh, so I'm glad he's dead. I'm glad that entire crew is dead. Apparently, this is a widespread phenomenon, though. It's happening a lot because apparently all the hunters are friggin' monsters.
Yeah, I did like though. So when he, first I love when they jump in. They're just immediately they're like to his buddy. They're like, oh, clearly he's the one who killed the spider because look at his gear.
Yeah,
and just downplaying this guy like it's nothing. But I love like just the way he just slit the guy's. Well, I thought he slit his throat, cut his entire head off.
Yep.
But it just like beat the living crap out of him. And the
Oh,
one guy's like, but I have this like ability that did kind of look kind of cool.
It was cool. It was an enforcement technique.
But it did nothing.
Nah, not at all. Because he was strong. Because he's been whatever it said. He was leveling the entire time. He literally leveled up like 3 levels after being the spider. And he probably leveled as he was killing the higher ranked players.
Yeah, you said it while we were watching. He's like the kid's like he's so much stronger now. It's like yeah, because he leveled up.
Yeah, like duh. Like I did really enjoy the scene too where the shiny metal armor kid. I can't.
I'll look up his name.
Or he was like, where the bad guys give him like, kill the E ranker, and then be an accomplice will be fine. And he was like, and I was like, credit to the kid. He picked the side where he had a better chance of living because he knew, whatever the E ranker, whatever his name is, our main character could rip him to shreds. Jinwoo could rip him to shreds. It's like, yeah.
Look at this real quick. I just typed in soul leveling characters. Look at like the top like 5. They all look sick.
Let's go.
I'll try to
I'm
find
so
them real
excited.
quick.
But I'm really, that whole sequence of him killing the players was excellent. I always do love storylines where it's like pretty much the same thing of like, oh, you didn't expect to kill someone without the possibility of you dying too, right? Like I was like, that, like comeuppance in a storyline, which is really fun. Which is what we got here. It's like, oh, so you understand in the hunter world that if you're weaker, I can kill you and take all your stuff. So, and that's what he did. Which was super cool.
Find the character.
Oh, maybe he's not gonna make around then.
No, he probably does. These are all the manga drawings, and they kind of look all slightly different.
Gotcha.
Whatever. Yeah, I liked him standing up for him and all that.
Yeah, it was nice. It was a fun time.
Enjoy too when the guy's like, "Show mercy." He's like, "You tried to kill me 3 times."
Yeah, dude. Like, what are you talking about?
You tried to kill me 3.
I can't wait to find out what his brother is. Who his brother is, though. Because apparently it's
got to be some higher up hunter.
Yeah, I know. Because it didn't look. I thought originally because cuts in this show are weird. Like just like this one, like in this episode, I thought that because the way they cut, like the old guy, the old hunter martial art guy with the super powerful punches. I thought he was gonna be the kid's the shiny armor's dad, and then in the last episode, they mentioned the evil hunter there mentioned his brother, and then it cut to one of the S ranker guys. I thought he was gonna be the brother, but I don't know. Maybe he is the brother, and this cut was just random at the end here. I thought maybe I feel like this guy is supposed to be the brother. I don't know who the brother is. The cuts are so weird.
Who knows?
But
Yeah,
I don't
we'll
know.
see.
It's gonna be
I
great.
did enjoy though, like when the woman's questioning him after. She's like, "How do they all use that? I've used 5." She's like, "Well," and then she just geeks out over the guy's sword, and she's like, "Well, it makes sense." And I was like, "All right, well, they got away with this one scot free."
Yes, they did. Yes, they did.
And good. I can't wait for next episode. I think it's gonna be sick.
Oh, I can't wait.
Yeah, that's the one thing I like about the show a lot is that like the action's really cool and the fighting's really cool, but I really care about the story.
Me
I really
too.
want to know what's going on.
I think I want to know the story more than than watching the cool anime fights, which is rare for me.
Yeah. And then speaking of cool anime fights, let's jump to the next anime, Shangri-La Frontier. Oh man, what a conclusion to this fight.
I thought after they took down the mech, I thought the show was gonna cut. Did you not get the vibes they were gonna cut? Like when Sunraku was getting all of his stuff ready to go, and it's like, oh no, it's gonna cut. I have to wait till next week to see him win. And then it didn't. And I was like, yes. I love that anime's doing that more and more. They're just like giving us vibes are gonna cut, but they're not. I hope it's just a changing style.
Yeah. Show us things.
But this was an amazing episode, and half of it wasn't even focused on the main fight that I wanted to see. It was focused on, and also a semi almost equal awesome fight between Penselgon and Ketsu, fighting the Kirin. Yeah, Kirin.
Oh yeah, I had a name.
Kirin. I think it's Kirin.
I love that when they finally broke through.
Yeah.
Like, broke through the armor, that it just had another weapon ability after that. I was like, this boss fight is a bitch.
Yeah, it's insane.
And as it should be.
Yeah.
It's a unique.
This boss fight will never come back around now.
Yeah.
It's gone forever. And when it went to Berserk mode, I was like, this is amazing. Mm-hmm. And when you start whipping out the spear items, I'm like, this is amazing.
Yes.
Who thought of this?
Yeah, I know,
a spear that just holds you by shadow? That was it. And like it lasts like 5 seconds. Well, yeah. If they're weaker, it probably would have lasted longer. But I just loved how the entire time she was like, oh, these cost so much money. I don't want to waste all these.
But I love when the fight just starts and she's like, all right, you got it. And she just stabs herself.
Yeah.
And he's like, what are you doing?
Poor Kitetsu. This episode, oh man, dude. I don't think I've seen a show before that's dumped so many D&D character ideas onto me. But God, I want to be a monk like Kitetsu so badly. That final strike with the multicolored fists, I was like, so cool. This is awesome. They're just stacking buffs and everything on top of each other. I was like, oh. But then Weatherman the Tome Guard was so cool.
He was super cool.
It was insane. I was glad they got the mech out of the way pretty easily, and I thought the fight overall was great. Final spear attack, great. Giant slaying spear. Yeah, it was cool. Awesome.
But she chucked it, and then he punched it. Yeah, that was awesome.
Could have probably done without... Well, actually, no. I like the sequence where Sunraku, too, was just like getting his ass whooped constantly. Mm-hmm. And there was at a point there I was like, you've got to be out of healing items now, man. It's been like so many cuts. Like, you've just not gotten it yet. But overall, like, damn.
It's such a good show that like it's so epic and badass. And Sunraku's like, I got it all figured out, blah blah. And then they still can toss in some good comedy. I know. Where he's like, he looked at his health and it was only at 11 when he needs to be at 10.
I was like, oh no, think. And
then it's like daggers like, doot. And they're just hiding behind the gravestone like.
Oh, that was amazing. How awesome was it when he put back on like the normal bird head? I know it's only been gone for like an episode, but I was like, oh, yes. This is our main character. Let's go.
Way more epic.
And when he figured just the whole way he figured out that like this is how good of a trash gamer he is. Figuring out how like what the requirements were to beat and parry the final attack and all that stuff, and knowing that it would never be they never win until they beat the final attack, even though I told you that Weatherman was literally telling them that after every single strike. I know. Every single strike. I thought that was it's such smart writing, and then the animation was insane.
The animation was insane, and again, once again, I'll say it, and I'll say it all over time. The music is amazing.
Oh yeah, that too. Yeah,
these 4 episodes were incredible.
I know.
They're probably like minus Jujutsu Kaisen, probably the best like 4 episodes I've seen in a minute. Like they just like it was such a little mini arc storyline. Like 4 episodes of pure fighting. Like it barely cut to anything.
Nothing at all.
And the fight was awesome, and like I don't know if we're gonna start seeing more trends of this, but maybe this is like Dungeon Crawler Carl, like soul leveling, like Shangri-La Frontier. It's like items, leveling up, these kind of things. This is what nerds want.
Yep.
This is what nerds want.
This is the new version of isekais, you know?
Yeah.
Like this is the next wave.
Cool.
They're bringing back after Sword Art Online, so like VR has to be serious and everything. Now it's bringing in like VR can be fun and serious.
Yeah. And then like I liked Weatherman's death too. How like it wasn't too dragged on.
I know.
Like it was like the perfect amount of time.
Did you watch the ending credits?
What do you mean?
Did you like watch the like when the credits start and they start singing their song.
I skipped it. Wow.
Oh, because it's where the dead lady, and Weatherman without his armor on, just like walking in a field. And I was like, that's so nice.
Damn, that's cool.
So nice. Yeah, I was about to skip it, and then I was like, oh, wait a second, this is different.
That's really cool.
This is different. Yeah, it was like, oh, this is so nice.
The show was so good.
I know. And then the mini theater was amazing.
Oh yeah, absolutely. She's like, I don't know what to make. A heart? No, it's too soon. When she did the chocolate thing, though, she's like, oh no, you're eating me. And I was like, ooh, anime. She's like, we're underage. I love how she just made bars though.
I know. And the fact that old comment was like, they're actually exactly the same as the way they came out of the store, which is even creepier.
Yeah, I know. I did love that. But I'm like so interested to see where this is gonna go. That fight was so epic.
I can't wait to find out what if it's gonna be broadcast to the world now that they beat one of the Colossi.
Yeah, that's how I'm really
that's what I'm like. The first ones in the game never do it.
Yeah,
and it's just 3 people,
and they're so cool. I did love though when they were like, Pelscon's like, we have to beat him because he's like, we'll never hear the end of it from Sunraku if he beats it. She's like for like 6 months. I love Katsu's like, he's like, you're totally right because I would do the same. And she's like, yeah, as would I. All three
I know.
had the same. Sunraku's gonna definitely bring that up.
Oh, 100%.
He's like, well, I fought Weatherman by myself. So
yeah, I think I did most of the work there. But whatever.
They're such a great trio.
They are spectacular. I hope they don't separate.
Well, I'm interested to see because he's gonna level down Katsu or Katsu whatever. He's going to level 15, I think it was. Something
like that. But they'll get back up. They got there in like a week or something like that.
Yeah,
a month. Yeah, so they can do it again. But that was just also when he dedicated the final slash to Vash and everything.
That was awesome.
That was. I can't wait to see what Vash says.
I know.
I just want his approval.
How sick was that sword though? The dual blades when it popped open. I was like, it turned into Twin Moon.
Oh,
instead of waxing and waning, it's turned into Twin Moon. I was like, that's cool.
Who thinks of this stuff?
Nerds.
I know. Nerds are awesome.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, they know how to make. Nerds know how to make cool weapons.
They really do. So
that's facts. But that was really great. I can't wait for that. Once again, great stuff. No Mashle this week, so we're gonna jump right into Frieren. This episode is going to be a super easy one to go over because nothing really happened.
Nothing happened at all.
But sometimes that's the best part about the show.
Yeah. It was a happy-go-lucky, wholesome thing.
It's such a great show.
Nothing happened. We got to see more scenes with Himmel the hero and the old party.
That is restaurant
and every single one of those scenes, no matter where it is always gold because it's just him inspired. He inspired a dude to be well, he was already said he was an awesome chef, but he inspired a dude to keep his cooking around for 200 years or something like that. Mm-hmm. Well, it's only been 80, but his idea was I'm gonna keep my cooking the same.
And we did see the scene where she's like, "Why do you help people?" And Himmel's like, "Because I'm a hero."
Yeah.
And I was like, "Oh, Himmel, you're so cool."
That was so nice. Also, weird this show. I swear to God, that cook is probably dead. The cook from that scene
100%.
probably dead.
100%.
They made him super detailed and important.
I know.
They don't give me a main character. It's he had a cool fucking knife and everything too.
Sick knife.
And it was it was only for this one scene.
Very
cool.
specific hairstyle.
He was cool personality.
I thought he was coming back.
Yeah, it's nope.
I thought we were gonna see at least his son or something.
Who look exactly like him.
Yeah, but nope.
With the heirloom knife.
I loved when what was Stark was he's meditating and he's the old man's and I have taught you everything you need to know. Good luck or whatever. And then Frieren's who is that? He's I have no idea.
He just talks to me when I'm training.
That's hilarious.
What a weird little joke just to slide in there.
It's so funny though. But I love it. She's I need your help. And Fern's just mad. I love when Stark's just he's no, I can't. I'm too scared.
I know. Dude, when they got back and he was his good time was over and he was so sad. And Fern just the forever mom of the party somehow just you stayed up late, didn't you? And you drank juice at night.
I know, what was that?
I don't know, but he was so sad.
Is that a thing, drinking juice late at night?
I don't know. Oh my goodness.
And I love how Frieren was yeah. And she's you have no room to talk.
I know. Oh, that was it was a slow episode, but man,
you really Denkin and Richter. I think the girl's name starts with an L. I can't remember.
Yeah.
I love that crew.
I thought it was a J. I thought it was oh no,
or J. It might be a J. It's an L or J. It's
something
one
like
of
that.
those.
It was
one of those letters
or something like that.
Yeah, it might be Jimu.
Because I always think it's close to soul leveling. I could be totally wrong on that, but anyway,
I love that crew.
Yeah,
I love Deccan. They are
Deccan.
Yeah, he's so cool.
They rule.
I know,
they rule. I want them to do so well. Mm-hmm. I want them just to keep moving forward. He is such a good old man that's in government and somehow good.
Yeah,
that usually in anime that doesn't happen. Mm-hmm. Usually they're evil.
Yeah, that's true.
I just want my own things. This man clearly just wants to become an A-rank person so he can go home and see his dead wife's grave.
I know,
that's all he wants to do. What? That's so nice.
Also, the episode before too, and they're Just such a badass scene, and you don't ever think about it too much in Magic because they don't usually in Magic shows. It's not an actual thing, but like. Rector's like, what are we gonna do? We have no magic. He's like, what are you telling me? You scared to do a fist fight? And I was like, that's pretty cool.
That's pretty sick. That's pretty sick.
He's like, they have no magic. We have no magic.
Like, we're just gonna fit ourselves like men. Let's go. Decken he rules. And then Rector even brought it up this episode. It's like, sorry, shop's closed. Some old man made me get into a fist fight yesterday.
Yeah. And also he helped the lady with the lantern.
Apparently he's a piece of shit. Apparently he's also a nice guy. Like he was gonna kill those two girls.
I wonder if he ever really was gonna.
He probably wasn't. He probably just talking a big game. But that was it's weird how he runs like a magic and wand shop, but doesn't use a wand himself.
That's a good point.
Yeah, right. But I thought, or a staff, whatever. That whole crew is just they're so nice. I really hope they stick around. I hope they become a crew. I hope they like stick around forever and ever and ever. And it's like one of the crew that Frieren keeps running into on her journeys.
Oh, that'd be great.
That'd be so much fun because they're so nice.
I did like to, not like, but I thought it was interesting. The thing with Warble or whatever, or Urbel, whatever her name is, the girl who looks like she's ready to kill anybody at any
Oh yeah, the murderer, yeah, the murderess.
But like how she like has to have empathy towards someone, and then she can pretty much use their magic.
Yeah,
I did like that. Like when she was using his magic, it didn't look as nice.
Yeah,
I thought that was like kind of cool.
Yeah, that was nice.
But there's definitely gonna be a storyline between those two. And
oh yeah,
hopefully, and since it's Frieren, hopefully, like it's gonna be wholesome and nice. It probably will be.
It probably will.
Nothing's been too dark or horrible.
No, I guess it's a good point. Yeah, it's been kind of fun and happy-go-lucky.
Though
probably when it comes to demons.
Probably I was like probably the saddest, most intense part is when that one demon that they like saved killed
that family.
Yeah, and then him was like,
demons.
"Fuck you."
Yeah,
I do love that. That's a great storyline to show that demons are just bad. Thank God.
There's evil. Yeah, which is nice. It's a refreshing thing in a show just to have like a side be just evil.
Yes,
you know, just straight.
And then I'm so interested when the next test. I love also the two girls that Frieren was in charge of. They're absolutely hilarious. Like.
All my brothers came home from the capital, and they just give me all these nice stuff, and I don't really like it.
Yeah.
But my mom is like, she's so cute.
I know, yeah. I love that. I'm really interested with what the next test is going to be, because apparently Sensi or whatever.
I think it's just Sense.
I hope it's Sense.
Because I remember, because he kept asking her what was going on in the fight. So the other A class mage there was asking her what was going on.
Oh yeah,
and she kept like, I think that's like, I think her name is literally what she does.
I hate her type of characters. I always hate the little girl looking character thing that like has zero personality and looks like disheveled, and they're like, I'm like, and apparently she's a bitch.
Apparently, and
no one's ever passed one of her tests, and she's like, I don't think it's hard. I'm like, why you talk like this? Why? Who are you?
She's also the one that was like chiding the guy before for saying like, oh, this isn't really a competition. It's too hard. And it's like, bitch, you've never let anyone pass.
I know, yeah.
What are you talking about?
Which is kind of annoying because I hope a lot of people pass.
Me too. There's a lot in this. I mean, I think they gave us a lot of characters though this episode. You know, they showed us a bunch of teams.
Yeah.
So that the characters we like can get through and a lot of people can fail.
Because I like the guy too, the Warble guy or whatever who took Stark away. He's like, you're perfect.
Can I borrow him from? He's like, yes. It's like,
and I love them just eating after the workout. They're like, oh yeah,
it's being cool.
Hope that guy makes it too.
Yeah, he has a sad story and all that stuff. He defends the North and all that jazz from demons and other things. I really want a lot of those teams to win and all that stuff. Yeah, I really want those two girls to get through. That ones that work with Frieren. They're hilarious.
They're hilarious.
Yeah.
And the stupid Sense girls was like, no one's ever passed the 4 times she's done it. I'm like, well, that's bad on her part.
Yeah. Why are you letting her run tests?
Yeah, exactly.
What are you doing?
But I can't wait for next week. This show is amazing. This show is such an easy.
This is why I get hardcore vibes that it's like gonna keep going on. Is because like this doesn't feel like that big of a story arc right now. Like true. It's like as like compared to like the demon arc, you know. But like we're in the middle of it. So unless they're starting season 2 in just at the start of this second episode, this second thing, they might be. I had to look up. Maybe this could be in the last episode this week. I don't know.
That is true because there's only three stages of the exam.
Yeah, and
so it's like, why would you stop at the second stage?
Yeah, but maybe I'll look up. Maybe this was the last week of the show. Maybe it's still going. Oh no, they gave us a preview for the next one.
Yeah,
which is a dungeon.
Yeah, so maybe it might be one of those shows.
Or maybe just like
we keep praying for.
Yeah, maybe it does. Yeah, or maybe they quickie end this whole thing.
Or maybe, but it's one of those shows that we keep praying for. It's just like just keep going.
Yeah, just go on forever.
You don't have to like that used to be a thing.
I know.
That used to be a thing. Shows would just keep going.
And now,
but I think it's so good. But let's move on to the last anime. Spoiler alert, as always. One Piece.
Egghead arc.
Oh my God, what an episode. Oh no. Also, before we get in, did you watch a preview for next week?
Yeah, those sons of bitches are going back to Egghead. They're not colluding this. I'm so mad about that. When I saw that, I was like, you're not doing this to me right now. You're not acing me right now. What are you doing, man? This is the second time in the show series they've done something. No, they actually finished up. Yeah, second time in the show series they've done this. They did it with Ace, and they're doing it with Law now. It's like, you have to show me the conclusion of this incredibly important fight, or I am going to lose my mind.
I did like how Blackbeard pointed out that like he picked that spot because either Law, Kid, or Luffy were going to go there. Also, pudding's on his ship. What's that about?
I didn't see that coming at all.
I didn't see that coming at all.
Aokiji was working with them and saying her.
That?
What was that? What was that? What is
that?
Pudding's whole thing? I know it's memory magic or whatever, devil fruit, but like, what?
It's like apparently super important. When they showed Pudding on the ship, I was like, oh, what? Pudding's on the ship? And then like,
when I saw her outline, I was like, no fucking way.
I know.
There's no way this is what
I
it
was
is.
like, why do they have her in prison?
Yeah.
And then when they showed the sniper guy, which I can't remember his name, it's actually pretty easy.
Warp fruit. I don't know.
Yeah. And Aokiji show up. I was like,
and they work together.
I was like, wait, why is he helping?
Yeah.
I was like, at first I was like, what is this ice magic? I couldn't remember what ice magic for a second because we haven't seen Aokiji in a while.
Yeah.
But yeah, first of all, the fight was sick. The animation was nuts. Yes. See, I told you, Quake fruit, dude, that thing is insane.
It is messed.
He almost blew up the entire island.
It's crazy. It's crazy. I can see why Whitebeard was the strongest man in the world. Oh man, it'd be cool to see him in his prime. Actually in his prime, not just a hockey tug of war with Roger.
Yeah.
That was fucked up. He blew the island up. He blew the island of Dick Island things, whatever, the Dick Mountains.
It's Winter Island.
Winter Island?
Yeah.
Yeah. Should be called Dick Mountain Island.
Yeah, I know.
They're like,
well, because like right nose in the head is like it's Winter Island because that's when the Akinu mentions it. But because remember Law's like winner takes all, and I was like, and you named it Winter Island, like you could have named it anything. You didn't even need a
hammer
name.
Nail.
Didn't even need a name.
I know, but that's One Piece for you. They call it Drum Island because it has drums on it.
Yeah, it's true. I will say, you know what? Law's crew was showing up.
Yes, it did.
They did.
Yes,
I
it did.
I don't know what that weird ability. They're like, we're from the North Blue, so we could just.
Why didn't they just make them fishmen? They just wanted them to be fishmen, but they didn't make them fishmen. I was so confused about that.
I literally thought
they lived underwater pretty much right there. Like they were like.
I thought the same thing. I was like, so wait, they're just fishmen now?
Yeah,
like?
But no, they're just from a really cold port in the North Blue. So that gives them the ability to like pretty much breathe water and inhale it and spit it out. I don't know. Just make them fishmen. It would have been cooler if they were fishmen. I was so confused about that. Like, Law could have picked them up from the same island he got from Sabaody when he picked up the other slave guy. Mm-hmm. Which, good on that guy. He was able to block a bullet. That's sick.
That was sick.
Yeah.
No, his crew definitely showed up. It was funny at the start of the episode when I was like, well, first I had Law cough. Yeah. And I was like, oh my God.
What's going on?
It's just foreshadowing for later.
Oh, yeah.
And then they all turned into women, which...
what a terrifying, terrifying disease.
Where'd you think the entire time? You're like, wait a minute, what's going on?
I was so confused.
Yeah.
And then apparently the sick guy he must control diseases. I didn't know becoming a woman was a disease. I'll look out for it. Maybe I'll get vaccinated for that now. Like, I'll look out for it. Like, don't want that hitting me. Also, Oda, careful there, man.
Well, also, yeah.
He's also said, like, oh, I'm weaker than usual.
Yeah, I know.
I was like, ooh,
when
Oda.
he said that, when Law's like, well, I'm weaker now. I was like, ooh, Oda.
Oda, you're, maybe he was in the doghouse that week, so he was getting a little angry when he was trying it.
But I do like how I do like the sick guy. His like thing is like poison apples. I think that's kind of cool.
Oh yeah, is that what that was? Okay, that makes sense. Like, that makes sense. Yeah,
because that's like what hit the ship was like the poison.
That makes sense. I was so confused what was going on.
I think that's like kind of fun, like poison apples.
Yeah. That's an interesting little take there.
I love, dude. What I love about Blackbeard is an idiot. Because the one guy's like, oh my God, so happens you running straight into battle.
Yeah.
Like he does. Yeah.
Well, he's the opposite of Luffy. I mean, he's Luffy's antagonist in the sense that, like, you know, they're the same person, but he's evil. You know, he finds all the worst people and brings them to him. Luffy finds all the best people and brings them to him, and but like they're both idiots. Yeah. So it's something Luffy would have done.
100%.
Yeah. Also, I liked it. Super smart on Law. He had to fight. Like he tried to keep Blackbeard in the air as much as possible, which was super smart. Because I know the moment he got on land, he was like, oh no, that stupid darkness fruit's gonna hit.
Jesus Burgess showing up. Tossing a big thing. That was
strong fruit.
Yeah, which is a dumbass fruit.
It's
I don't know.
I mean, you know, in that world, you could be turned into a giraffe. So I'll take being super strong over
I
being a
will
giraffe.
take that, but if I was Zoro, I'd be like, dude, I'm like just as strong as you.
I guess that's true, yeah. I guess it's really true, yeah.
I just love weights.
Yeah, but he was never going to be Zoro, so.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
What I was going to say is, I do, and props to Oda on this one, is Blackbeard has the best villain laugh in all of One Piece. Like, he just has such a good, like, you're the main villain laugh, and you're like, oh, fuck this guy.
Yeah. I definitely watched 3 different sets of animation happen in this show. Like, I thought there's like 3 different shows going on here, and it was like, holy crap! They changed it up a lot, and I loved it. I thought it was super cool.
This is the way they're animating Egghead is like perfect, and like when they get used to it, folks. When they did it in Gear 5, I thought it was too much because it was like every 2 seconds it was changing animation. This one is like changing animations for like the thing that's happening.
Yeah. Like, that was cool. When he did the first re-room and just did all that spinny stuff.
Dude, yeah, that was the coolest animation I think Law's ever had for his room. But like, that was the coolest one. When they did that, I watched that like 5 times.
Oh, I know. I like how Blackbeard didn't know he could do it either. It's
like that.
Yes.
Yeah, because he's an idiot.
He's so stupid,
It's not like he would know because it just happened in Wano for the first time.
I guess true, facts, And no one really knows what happened in Wano, but yeah, it was.
But when it cut, I was like, oh my god, what's next episode? And right when it showed, just the start of next episode, was like, in the crew. I was like, Davis is probably throwing air fists right now.
I was so mad.
Like, you're like, are you kidding me?
So angry. I can't believe we're going way to blue ball me again.
Dude,
I cannot
this is so awful.
This is
really
like
bad. What happened? First of all, I thought this episode was just gonna be a fight between Law and Blackbeard. Mm-hmm. But no, they tossed in pudding and Akuhiji and all this crazy stuff, and I'm like, wait, what? And then Law's face when Blackbeard started a thing and everything was going black and Blackbeard's laughing. I'm like, oh no. What does this mean?
Oh no!
This next episode is just like the crew on, like, just like,
what an egghead, guys! It's a great new adventure for us. Woo!
It's like this arc is already incredible.
He sucked me right back in.
This has a hardcore chance to be the best arc.
Yeah, I mean, it's already more. It's already more interesting than Wano.
When we get Kuma's backstory, I feel like
going on.
I'm gonna be like,
pudding.
Yeah, what's going on with pudding? Yeah,
that's the thing that gets me out of the show that I really love. And when we were in Wano, it's what kind of drove me nuts a little bit when we were in Wano, because in when we were in Wano, they have like look at the outside world every now and again. Like they did it once, and it involved Blackbeard and Gecko Moria. Is that what the crew is doing is super interesting and always great, and at their peaks, it's the thing you want to watch. But goddamn, there's a million other storylines that I find so much more interesting what the crew is doing right now, and that feels like that's for a lot. Like ever since they got past the time skip, there's so many other storylines I'd rather be watching than Luffy like just doing stuff at some points. You know, like this one especially the pudding arc now.
Yeah. Isn't Sabo technically? Doesn't Blackbeard have him captured too?
Something like that. Yeah.
So where's Sabo?
I think he's on Blackbeard's island. Yeah,
Blackbeard's not even there. Go save him.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, Go get Sabo out of there. Yeah.
Because we have all these new Marines that are really strong that we never heard of before. That's the only flaw when they whip out new Marines. I get like new new admirals.
Yes.
But like when they're like these like low class ones that were just like always there, I'm like, we've never heard of these guys.
Yeah,
ever.
Really.
We've never heard.
We've been through a few disasters here. Like really. So yeah, it's gonna be it's gonna be nuts.
This episode was so good.
One final thing, I really like that how they're working on the world power system here, and that like how hockey is pretty much king overall almost.
I did like how he's like I learned on Wano that like he could just use his hockey to destroy.
Yeah. Hockey's strong. Pretty much hockey's stronger than Devil Fruits, and which
makes sense because Roger.
Yeah, it makes sense for Roger. Kaido was his big thing in the last arc too. That's true. And Luffy used it, and I still stand by Luffy wouldn't be able to unlock his new stuff if he hadn't been using that. I feel like there's still a connection there somewhere with the golden hockey, the advanced hockey.
Oh yeah.
So in Gear 5, but I just like how they're advancing that world system. It's so cool.
Yeah,
and this episode was awesome with the hockey.
The hockey was great. The animation was sick. This is where like some people like they complain with like the new animation because they're like it just looks so different than it used to be. I'm like, this looks cooler. I'm sorry.
Yeah, it does. It looks way cooler. When Blackbeard did that punch and it was a hockey punch too, and the quake happened, I was like, this is insane. I watched 8 different masterpieces come through here just now, and each one was a different frame.
It was amazing. Yeah, and it's just episode like 7.
Yeah,
just they're like, not even like the biggest point, not even the peak of the arc yet, and they're just like, yeah, we'll just toss this in here.
Yep.
Like,
there you go. Whatever.
Dude, when they showed pudding, I was like, what?
Why he's putting there? What is Aokiji doing?
I don't know.
He's not with them right now. He's not with Blackbeard Pudding. So what is he?
We never figure out because
he just showed up and was like, "Oh, here, I'm just gonna wreck your whole life, Pudding."
When's the last time we saw him? Punk Hazard, right? That was the last time we saw him.
Yeah, that'd be it. Yeah, when he saved Smoker.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. So that was the last time we saw him. Now he's here. Now he was just randomly invading Whole Cake Island while Big Mom was out. Kind of a bitch move, but okay. Kind of a bitch move. Like, the person I can't beat is gone. Okay.
And like all the big crew is like.
Where was Katakuri?
Wasn't he on the ship?
No, he wasn't.
He wasn't in Wano?
Remember we made that comment. He wasn't there.
Yeah, but I think he was like still injured or something.
Maybe.
Yeah,
That's a good point. That's a really good point.
Injured, yeah.
I guess in the world of One Piece, not everyone heals like Luffy and Zoro just by eating.
It was also really stupid that now you think about Big Mom did take her like entire big crew with him because like Graham Cracker dude, whatever that guy's name was.
Cracker. It's the latest Cracker.
Cracker.
Sweet General Cracker.
He's weak as hell.
Yeah, well, Luffy beat him by being fat.
He got
to Luffy beat him.
Yeah, so. But I can't wait for next week. However, I can't wait till we find out what happened with Law. It might be episodes till we find out.
No.
But when it ended,
if they ace us again, if they do this and it's like suddenly Ace is just suddenly Law is dead and Blackbeard has him, I'm gonna be so angry.
Dude, they could just cut to a scene where Blackbeard just says room.
My boy.
I think your level of hatred of Blackbeard will just like skyrocket.
Right through the roof. Right? This is like my favorite character. This is my favorite character.
Is your favorite character.
It is my favorite character. But like Luffy's my favorite character. But this is my favorite character.
Yeah.
I'm just like,
it would sky. You'd be like, I want him dead.
I want him dead in the ground. I want Luffy just to take his insides and just turn to rubber and then just turn him into a balloon animal. I'm like, oh.
I can't believe that cut. I could not believe that cut.
I hear they call him Commodore too. It's like, be called Captain, you piece of shit.
It's so
you're not.
stupid.
You're not a weird. You're not respected enough to be a Commodore. You're weird. You're an evil guy.
Stupid.
Fuck off.
Yeah, and he's like so fat and dumb.
Oh, I hate Blackbeard so much.
Yeah, could be worse. We're about to. Who knows?
Episode. I'm done.
Thank you, Normal Nerd Nation, for listening and maybe even watching another podcast episode. Make sure you follow us on Twitter, Reddit, YouTube, and Instagram. Davis is always posting hilarious memes on there.
Also, like and subscribe while you're at it, and leave a rating if you have some time. It helps people find the show.